Good morning traders and welcome to today's live trading. Today is Thursday the 12th of October and as usual we are on the FTSE 100. My apologies, we're starting a little bit late today. It's actually 25 past 8. Had a bit of delay getting everything up and running, but we haven't missed anything as of yet. You can see the open candle was this sort of large pin bar, bullish pin bar here, but it's right within this band that we've got in the centre here. So we've sort of just chopped since then. We've had this maybe overly large bearish pin bar, but no follow through below that, and we're just sort of grinding slowly higher at the moment. Let me run you through the bands we've got. As you can see, we've only got two above this current band and they are very close by. The reason is we've got this intraday one here with the previous day's high and opening price, just giving a little bit of a pocket of resistance between these two 4-hour bands. I think if I were to trade between these, which is unlikely, I would almost try to ignore this band. As you can see on the other time frames, there's little reaction really at this level. Below here we've got a better gap that I would like to trade from, so if we could get a decent sell signal from here, there is plenty of space down to this next 4-hour band here. We'd look to take profits at today's S2. You can see this lines up with a lot of pins on the hourly, so that would be a decent place to take profits. And then below there again we've got, sorry, that was the S1. We've got another band lining up with the S2, which is down here. You can see on the 4-hour and here on the hourly, and then just one below that with today's S3. So all of those are pretty decent bands. I think it just gets tricky really if we start to move higher. We're running out of previous price action to look at, because as you can see, we're getting pretty high in the FTSE now. We're near the all-time highs again. So identifying levels from previous price action obviously becomes very difficult when you don't have any previous price action at the level that you're currently trading at, but we'll tackle that issue as and when we get there. So for now, currently looking for sell signals from this band. If it starts to push higher, holding above this band, then that is obviously off the table. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen, but we'll keep watching and see what this market gives us. Okay, so we're coming up to 10 to 9 and you can see we've had this massive pin bar here, so I'm going to enter below the low of this. The low is 36.4, so we want to be in at 35.3. So I will submit that order there, units 5, that would help. So there we go, that ticket's been placed. So that order's in the market now. So we'll just wait for that to be triggered. The one concern I have about this trade is, as you can see here, with these sort of pre-open intraday highs here, we've come right down into those. So it's a little bit of sort of structure on the 5-minute chart there that we're just coming into. It could be some potential support for price there, but the signal's really good and this is the favoured direction for the trade. So we might as well give it a go while it's down here. And see how this moves. So we will be looking to come down to sort of the 520 level, I think. Obviously there's potential sticking points, obviously the one I've just mentioned directly into the trade at the moment, and then we've got this low, the 200s down here to contend with as well. But I think if we can get past this, then we're looking pretty good for a move down to the S1. So that's the trade triggered. Let's see how this runs. So just a quick update, we are coming up to 20 past 9. You can see that we've had a little bit of a move down since triggering into the trade after this candle here. We've moved down into these sort of intraday lows here. Again, we've got, I think, more support here and then getting past that is the difficult point, but we do seem to be struggling at these lows just here as it stands. We've had, 1, 2, 3 attempts at trying to break past it. It's sort of given up for now and moved back above the 8 EMA, and there's sort of this minute area of resistance here. So it's going to be interesting to see what it does next. I think if it starts getting up above really this 4-hour line here, then I would say that it's more probable that we'll get stopped out. As you can see, the stop loss is at 544, so just a bit above this top of this signal candle here and above the band, and the take profit is down at the 20 level like we said. So I think it's 9 points. We got in at 35, I believe. 9-point stop for a 15-point take profit. So decent risk reward on the trade. Just whether or not it can get past sort of these two sticking points that it has in its way at the moment. I guess we'll just keep watching and find out. Okay, so just before 10 o'clock, and as you will have seen, this ticket has closed and the stop loss has been hit now. We've moved up past 44, so I can get rid of that now. Like I was on about this morning, I would have preferred this to come down. It would have been easier to trade. We got a decent signal and a short move down that was quickly stopped by sort of these lows here, and if you look on the hourly, it didn't actually come down to it, I don't think. Let me check. No, not really, but there's a sort of you can see a mini trend line, support line going up here, and it's a line going across the top. It's a sort of triangle pattern sort of thing, and it's broken out of the top there. So yeah, I mean, if it's going to go higher, there's not a lot of room to work up here, is my problem. The gaps between these bands are not very big at all, so trying to trade between them, you could quickly lose a decent amount of money by not having a good enough target, if that makes sense, because these are decent levels of resistance above, and if you're going to try and trade from here to here, well, that's like 4 points. What's your stop going to have to be? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to do so. So hence why I would have preferred, for it to come down, as we've got a nice gap here between these two bands. But it wasn't to be. I'm not sure. I think I'm pretty free for the rest of the day, to be honest. I think I am going to continue to look for more opportunities, but really, to trade anything, I either need price to break above this band here and give me a long signal, or now it needs to come back down below this band and give me another short signal. So it may be a while before we get another trade. Maybe even into this afternoon now. But I'll keep watching. If price does pick up and it starts moving quite quickly, you never know, we might get another one this morning. But all there is to do now is just sit on our hands and wait and see where this price wants to go. So I'll check back in a bit later on. So we're coming up to 12 o'clock now. You can see where did we get stopped out? We got stopped out on this candle, sorry. We popped straight back down into here. We couldn't really close below the 8 EMA. This was of interest to me, this green pin bar here. But we never broke the low, so fortunately, I never got triggered into a trade there. So we've pushed up higher. Again, I said I weren't going to take a trade from up here. The reason I was considering this is because we never actually broke this band. You can see this was the candle that stopped us out. We immediately came straight back into the band, giving us a sort of a fake break type price action there, and then we got a pin bar here on the right side of the 8 EMA, but no follow through, so the order that I placed did not trigger. We then moved higher, properly broke the band now. Like I said, wouldn't have been happy to trade from here because the distance back to this band is just not good enough. And we've slowly moved up here, and then we've had this big spike. I say big for the price action that we've had today. I don't think the candle's actually that big. It's 45 up to, yeah, I mean, it's a 10-point candle, so it looks big in the current volatility on the FTSE, but it's not a humongous candle or anything. And it's looking like it might want to try and break above and hold above this band. I've actually got other stuff that I want to crack on with today. This is moving pretty slowly. It might set up for something this afternoon, but I would rather crack on with the things that I want to get done today, so I am going to wrap it up here. So I think it was a 9-point loss for the day. The trade we took from... where was it? I keep moving the trade we took from this candle here, and this obviously got stopped out with this candle here. So yeah, a 9-point loss for today. But like I said, the risk reward on the trade was good, and I would have been happy to take that on any other day. So not a bad trade, just not the right result. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, and I'll see you next week.